Hello everyone, here we are setting up for hole 6. I don't know what the wind is going to be. I'm going to put quarterback on just in case. Most side winds, most tail winds, we're going to be able to use sniper very close to max. And what I'll usually do is maybe plus 10, plus 15%. I think I use plus 10 in Pro Division, and it was a little bit light, I feel. So I'm going to try plus 15% over here. But it's also going to help once we actually know what the wind is. Okay, so that's not too bad. We are going to go at it with a sniper for this wind. And this is actually one of the toughest winds that you can get for an actual holdout. And the biggest reason is you're kind of going against the wind with your curl. And, you know, the way that it's going to land is going to need to be very, very precise. But you do want to kind of offset the ball guide, kind of similar to what you see my opponent doing here. And we are going to use this plus 15% value in addition. So plus 15% plus, you know, use our max ring adjustment. And hopefully, you know, that'll get us in the ballpark. But as I mentioned, you know, the easiest thing to do here is going to be to leave it short, because you're curling against the wind and it's kind of resisting coming back. So the ball doesn't like to roll out as much as you see on your guide. So first and foremost, you know, I'm going to kind of stick to right around 3 backspin, kind of position. And you're going to see that I'm going to have to get a little bit more aggressive than I'd really like. And you can see what I'm doing with my offset ball guide, kind of right in here. Hopefully we can land somewhere close to here. Did I push in the wind yet? No. So this is going to say 10.3-ish rings with the offset. So that's a little bit past the 10 full rings. Perfect ball. Oh, it hit the very collar. But it looks like I might not have offset the guide. The ring adjustment looked pretty good. It looked like land-wise it looked pretty good. But it looks like I might have needed to offset the guide a little bit more. But I also caught a bad break. You could see it hit the bottom of that fringe that was supposed to roll out. Any other, had it not hit right at that in-between surface, it would have rolled forward for sure. Might not have went in, but it would have at least gave it a very good chance. But nevertheless, it's a very good starting point for us. You know, plus 15%, potentially even plus 20. Because it wasn't, where I landed wasn't super aggressive on the bunker edge. So, you know, going an extra, let me just show you what it would have been in terms of the shot. You know, an extra half ring. It's not really going to, you know, make or break that shot there. So maybe using plus 20% plus the offset ball guide, you know, for the wind effect is going to be good. And you'd really like to avoid using that curl altogether if you can, to kind of resist, you know, having that complication of where the curl is trying to fight against that wind and cause it to kind of negate some of your distance. So good luck there, guys, with that hole. Hopefully you guys find that as a nice base. But be on the lookout tomorrow for a revision, especially on these par 3s. That'll be the, you know, usually my second attempt is always very dialed in. The first attempt sometimes is. And we're just kind of looking at, so far we've played 2 of the harder par 3s in the game. Actually, this whole tournament is kind of some of the harder ones to actually make. So, you know, they're pretty easy to get close, but they're very hard to actually find the cup on these 3 holes. So, you know, good luck with these par 3s, and that hole specifically. Hopefully you can get the hole-in-one there, and catch you guys for hole 7 coming up.